Everyone, it's Pittico from Rock Daydream Nation. Well, overnight, a new Deep Purple song has dropped, Diablo, from Deep Purple album Splat, which drops on the 3rd of July. Arrogant Boy was the first single, which I totally loved. Diablo is a bit of a change in pace, and I thought I'd talk about the good, the bad, and the indifferent in respect to this song. So let's get out of the way the good bits about this song. You've got a band that is playing with a great deal of chemistry. So they're firing on all cylinders. Simon McBride, Roger Glover, Don Airy, Ian Pace, they are all in synchronicity and playing really well. Ian Pace with his drumming, the Groove Meister, he's just in the pocket all the way. Check out my show on Rock Daydream Nation. He's one of the greatest groove in the pocket drummers that rock and roll has ever seen. Simon McBride's guitar work is really, really tasty. And this time they bring in a special guest, Keith Urban. So the lads were recording in Nashville, and this studio was apparently owned by Keith Urban, and he has landed himself into this track. And there's a little bit of dual guitar, a little bit of guitar harmonization, and it's really tasty. This is the first time I can remember a special guest guitarist playing on a Deep Purple track. I'm sure my audience will correct me if I'm wrong in respect of a Deep Purple album, but it's really nice. Don Airy does these really tasty keyboard lines. There's a lot of keyboard. It's very much in the Booker MG sort of, chiming in, putting the notes in between the riff. On one hand, this song reminds me of classic Mark II Deep Purple. Maybe I'm a Leo off Machine Head. Maybe a slightly more energized, propelled version of that song. But on the other hand, the arrangement and the song in its totality kind of reminds me of the Steve Morse albums that were produced by Bob Ezrin. Bob Ezrin actually has produced Splat. Now, I like that era, but it's a little bit of a step in both camps. You've got a little bit of the classic Mark II, and then you've got that sort of more modern Deep Purple proggy feel of those Bob Ezrin, Steve Morse albums. I'm talking about Whoosh, etc., etc. So Ian Gillan's vocals, you straight away know it's got that Ian Gillan tonality. You can tell that his range is a little bit limited. He's singing in a bit of a character voice. I've got to be honest, it's a little bit more fragile than some of the other releases that Ian Gillan has done of this era. It's a little bit shaky. It's a little bit pitchy, but we're talking about an 80-year-old vocalist, one of the titans of heavy metal hard rock, one of the greatest vocalists of all time. There's wear and tear. So I just think it's wonderful that he's still fronting this band, but this is a very energized song. It's a little bit aggressive, and I think that the frailties of this of his vocals are much more noticeable than, say, the previous. I felt much more comfortable with the vocal performance of that single than this one. As a song, I don't think it's as compelling. It doesn't punch out of the speakers like Arrogant Boy. I've had to listen to this song a few times, and still it doesn't, the hook has not really sort of hit me. From a lyrical point of view, there's a storytelling element to it, which I really enjoy. When you look at the lyrics, it's a bit of a tale of the Wild West. And Ian Gillan has said that it's all about taking chances and just for once in your life, do something exciting. Step out of the mold, take that little curios in the road instead of sticking to the highway, and do something that for the rest of your life, either guide or warn you. So a little bit of a message lyric, but it's wrapped in the story of around the Wild West. And the lyrics are quite funny. It's very tongue-in-cheek. My lover came back home with 2 sore tits and a gappy tooth smile, displayed her belt in the hardware store, told the story of her trial. If you ever go to Diablo in the lower depths of hell and live your life in one short week and return with a tale to tell. Ian Gillan. Very underrated lyricist. When he's on form, he's witty, and this is a very witty song. But I just don't think that the song in its totality services, I think the lyrics are a bit better than the actual song itself. To me, this is like a deep album track. It's a bit unusual that it's been released as a single, but there are moments in this song to enjoy, namely the tasty guitar playing of Simon McBride. I mean, the band's playing wonderfully, but as a whole, I don't think it's as compelling as Arrogant Boy. Hey, but I'm still excited about the album. When it comes out, I'm looking forward to this, and let's count our lucky stars. This band is still producing music, good, bad, or indifferent. I just love it that they're still out there treading the boards and putting out content, putting out songs for us to enjoy. So let's just, let's be thankful that they're putting out music. So tell us what you think of this song, good, bad, or indifferent. I love reading your comments. Please like and subscribe to Rock Daydream Nation. We are the Deep Purple channel on YouTube. Plenty of Deep Purple content. I've got more shows just around the corner. Stay tuned and catch you later. Cheers.